Hey guys, I'm Wes from Colton RV, and today we're going to be learning about the 2021 Momentum 29G. So this is going to be one of their luxury toy haulers in the travel trailer line. We're going to start right off here in the front. Standard power tongue jack. Easy up and on to get off to the hitch of your trailer with a push of a button. And it's even got the nifty little light out here too. I know it's kind of hard to see in the daytime, but if you are going to do any hitching up at night, it does have the nice convenient light. Cool thing about this power tongue jack too is in the event that if you lose any power to it, it does have a nice little peel off rubber cap here at the top, and you can manually crank that thing up or down. This guy's going to come standard also with two 20-pound propane tanks with LP cover, and you also got a regulator on there as well. So even if your one side runs out, just flip over right to the next side for you. Taking a peek here at the front, it's got a really awesome fiberglass molded front cap. LED accent lights on the front too, so when you're parked at a campsite or traveling down the road, really makes it look pretty awesome. And the molded fiberglass front cap part, automotive grade paint, and it really helps prevent delamination as well. So swooping around to this side of the camper, you're going to have a slide out in your queen bed, but we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get inside. It does come equipped with a slide topper as well. Those are going to be great for keeping off dirt, debris, rain, things of that nature. So it really helps along the lines of maintenance. We always order all of these guys with the Awning 4,000 watt generator. And now this is going to be a gasoline operated generator, not propane. I'll get to a little bit more of that once we get a little bit further down on the coach there. Grand Design also noted for their all-in-one hookup station. So out here you can run your city water connect up and through the bottom. Plug it in there. It's got your black tank flush in here. It's got all your nice easy settings, easy winterization, dry camping settings, anything that you could ask for, all right here inside. And if you're at a spot at a campground, you can have everything nice and secure and locked up with your hose lines running through the bottom. Of course, outside shower, hot, cold water, satellite, cable, outlets, you name it, all in one spot. Something they do all across the board in their product lines. This is going to be 50 amp service. This does have two ACs on it. You're going to have one in your bedroom, then you're going to have one closer to the back of the coach itself. Taking a peek over here, one of the coolest parts of this toy hauler is going to be the fuel dispenser. So this is going to be a 30-gallon fuel dispenser. Gasoline, of course. So this is what's going to operate your generator, especially if you're going to do any type of dry camping and you're not going to have any connections. Or, you know, if you're going to be bringing a side-by-side with you, a motorcycle, heck, even your own car, you can gas it up right from the fuel station right here. Pretty cool. And of course, this guy's going to have 4 points of stabilization. You're going to have two manual crank jacks, two in the front, two in the back as well. If you notice, you're looking at a ladder here. Easy to get it up and down with these two pins that you see here. All Grand Design products, fully walkable roofs. So the cool thing about the Grand Design roofs is that they pretty much build them all the same in all their products. So you get the same roof in this travel trailer line as you do even in their fifth wheel series of Momentum as well. Let's head around to the back. This is probably by far my most favorite part of the camper is going to be the patio deck option. So let me explain a couple things on this. So if you're going to be loading a toy of some sort in the back of this of course does go down to a ramp. It's going to be nice and easy with these two pins here that attach to these cables. You're just going to remove these, then all of a sudden this door is going to become a ramp. So the load capacity is going to be 3,000 pounds on the ramp door itself, and then when you have it in this upright position for the patio lock, you're going to have a maximum occupancy of 1,500 pounds on it. And then these side barriers here, these are easily detachable as well. They're just held together in place by 4 pins on each side. So you can undo those, take off the sides. Different types of configurations for this, whether you want to use this part or not. But Grand Design makes it nice and easy with all these little pins here to simply attach and detach everything that you see on the front of this. And then of course, if you are gonna have this patio deck option, it does come equipped with the awning as well, with the nice LED light strip to keep you nice and bright in the dark. And then that switch is gonna be operated on the inside there, which I'll show you when we get on the inside. All right, swooping around to this side of the camper, this is gonna be a double door entry. And then this is gonna be their first travel trailer where your garage is going to be actually separate from the living. Typically in a lot of the smaller toy hauler type travel trailers, you'll see that the garage part kind of bleeds into the living area. This one, you're going to actually have a whole separate quarter for your garage and your living space. So double door entry, like I said, one to the garage. Of course, you're going to have a second slide out over here to give you a little bit more extra space on the inside there. And if you notice too, we do order all these with the Rockford Fosgate stereo system. So there's a little bit upgraded of an option versus your Jensen that you normally see on a travel trailer or something of that sort. These are of course marine grade as well, so they're fine. Day like today where it's not the greatest to get wet, anything like that. And I promise you, if you pull up to a campsite, folks are gonna hear you. This is a very loud system, and there's also a cool subwoofer on the inside as well too. So you have a lot of power, 500 watts of power for this system here. Other entry door that's gonna give you right into your quarters, so the living area there. Comes easy with the nice aluminum fold steps. These guys simple fold up and in, push, good to go, just like on that side. And they also give you the nice extra grab reach handle too. And then they give you the nice strip here on the stairs too, so even on a day where your shoes might be a little bit wet like mine are, you're not gonna fall right off of this with that grip tape. If you are looking to take this to something like a Bill's tailgate, which toy haulers are huge for that as well, it does have a whole outside TV setup here as well. You got your cabling and this little panel here, and you got your outlets right here. So if you want to set up an outside TV for a tailgate, all right here for you. This little spot here, this is just going to be a little bit of storage. There's not a whole lot of storage on this guy, but the unique thing about the storage is that it does go all the way up. So it is a good spot for something like camping chairs or anything long, like fishing rods, anything of that nature. It does give you quite a bit of clearance going up to the top there. And then of course, if you notice too, you got the full length awning with LED light strip going all the way across as well too. And that's gonna cover a good amount of space for you. Well guys, that kind of concludes everything on the outside of this. Let's take a peek on the inside here, shall we? So first thing I like to point out about the door, friction hinge door with a magnetic seal. So no latch, nothing like that. Even on a super windy day, this thing isn't gonna slam completely shut because of that friction hinge technology. Of course, both doors are gonna come equipped with that, as well as screen door as well. All right guys, so this is the master bedroom here. This is actually gonna be a full queen bed, so it's gonna be 60 by 80, and it is walk around. Got a little bit of space on both sides to maneuver in here. The cool thing about Grand Design is they give you a lot of windows in this coach, lots of them. So you have 3 windows right here. All these are functional. I mean, that one, of course, is going to be your emergency exit window, but you can still open it too. And then your 2 windows here on the side, both of those can slide right open as well. So even if you're camping, you don't necessarily want to run your AC, get a decent amount of airflow just in this front area of the bedroom. And then, of course, you have your nice overhead cabinetry. They give you little cubes here in case you want to put your phone, things of that nature. And then Grand Design uses all hardwood front cabinetry. If you take a peek over on this side, this is where going to kind of be your charging stations at. You got USB options on over here, outlets, and then your light for your accent mirror, that's going to be over here. And then all these drawers over here, all pull out on drawer glides. You got a ton of space on the bottom. And then your main wardrobe is going to be this guy over here as well. So you got a bar already installed in there, and that's where you're going to have most of your wardrobe being kept. If you notice too, one of the cool things that Grand Design does with their heating system is they don't put any vents in the floor. All their vents are built into the cabinetry or the walls. So anytime you see like one of those little black pucks with the vents on them, that's where your heat's coming out. And while we're on that topic, it is important to note too that this is going to be a heated and enclosed underbelly on this guy, and it's going to be geared towards their Arctic season package as well. All the options for Grand Design are typically either going to be standard or mandatory, and their WeatherTech option, those are all options that have to be on the coach itself. So coming in here to the bathroom, shower is definitely a decent size. I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but I mean, I fit in here perfectly. A guy that's going to be, 6 foot, and then some is going to have plenty of space to be in the shower, especially with this extra little dome that they put up here. Gives you a few extra inches of room if you are a little bit taller. Their shower, typically, when they put them in there, they're usually close to 30 by 36. You do get the nice little vanity here with a medicine cabinet. Of course, hot water, cold water for your sink, and then all Grand Design products in the Momentum line come standard with a porcelain toilet, which is really nice. This guy does also have the ventilating system as well in here, especially if you are going to be taking a shower. You can pop the vent right open, it's going to be manual, and then you can turn on the fan right from here as well as the light. And then of course your doors, pocket doors, and then these little ends are going to be nothing but magnets, so they keep them nice and secure for you. Pop those open, and then when you're traveling down the road, they give you these nice little storage clips here so that your doors aren't slamming into the wall while you're traveling. All right, we'll check out the main living area here. So before we go too far, again, I want to talk about the windows again. I mean, this whole slide out, they give you the nice viewing, big window, 2 windows on the side, and again, all functionable. You can open the bottom there, and then you can open the 2 corners there. So you do get a nice ventilation. All their product lines come standard with their Thomas Paine furniture collection. Super comfortable. This guy comes with 3 sets of recliners. So these guys are going to be nothing more than your manual. But boy, are they comfortable. And then, like I said, you can pop out those 2 as well if you have any type of company. And then another cool feature of this couch is going to be the middle part as well. So if it's just going to be yourself or you and a friend, boom, instant cup holders. Beer of your choice, wine of your choice, soda of your choice, whatever it is. And it also kind of doubles as a little snack area too. If you're going to put some chips or you got maybe like a little dinner, that's something you want to lay here while you're hanging out watching your television. So, and then that guy, simple, easy, right back, boom. This is going to be your master entertainment area. So this TV is going to be on a swivel mount. So even if you're sitting on there, you can have it nicely angled for the perfect viewing pleasure. If you're going to be making something in the kitchen, you want to get a better view of the TV, boom, that way. So this guy, fully functional swivel mount, and then it just gets locked into place while you're traveling so that TV isn't bouncing around on you. Of course, you got the overhead cabinetry, which is going to hide your control panel for everything. So this is going to be your master control panel. You can see the start and stop to get your generator working. And of course, it also tells you your fuel in here as well. Tank monitor panel, you got all your lights, turn on your water pump, your water heater, awning, of course your 2 slide rooms, and of course your main awning, which is going to be over there as well. This is going to be your master control panel for your stereo system. So you're going to be able to do Bluetooth, radio, you name it. And if you take a peek right above the fridge here, that's going to be your subwoofer. So like I said outside, when you have this stereo cranking, people are going to hear you. 500 total watts of power. And then they give you a little bit of extra room down on the bottom for storage, in case you want to install maybe like a DVD player in this shelf or something along those lines. You have nothing but options back here to get that plugged in. Taking a look here, you have your Furrion glass top oven. So this is going to be 3-burner propane, of course, and then that glass top gives you a little bit of extra counter room if you need it. And then on the inside, you got yourself an oven too. Does have the cool blue LED lights in there as well. And then they give you a ton of space in all of this. Ton of drawer glides. You have ample storage space in your kitchen, pots and pans, you know, whatever you need it for. You know, a lot of overhead cabinetry above your microwave. Plenty of storage options here in the kitchen, especially in these particular 3 cabinets right here as well too. Your sink's going to be your stainless steel sink, deep-seated, large, and they give you the nice little sink strainer. I know a lot of folks tend to like these strainers because you can multi-purpose with them. I've seen people use them, cut vegetables on there, trap them. I mean, there's all different types of uses for this. And then, of course, your pull-down sink when you are doing any type of dishes makes it nice and easy when you're cleaning. You have extra outlet options in here as well, in case you want to plug in coffee maker, blender, you know, whatever home appliance you got, it's here. This is going to be your master controller for your AC in here. And like I was telling you guys outside, this does have 2 ACs. So you have one up here, and then there's one in the bedroom over there as well. The one in the bedroom also has its own separate controller too. So you can control a different setting, whether you want it to be a little bit cooler in here or warmer in there or vice versa. And then all LED lighting on the inside of here as well. Everything in this coach, LED lighting, so it really does save on battery power. And then your AC is going to be ducted. So ducted AC all the way across. I think one of the coolest things about Grand Design is, you know, they test all their products in a climate controlled environment. Typically it's usually 100 degrees and 20 degrees, and the camper usually can stay at a comfortable, you know, 70 to 75 degrees on the inside. So these guys, like I said, it's a true 4 seasons camper. If you're going to take it out colder, or if you are going to do a little bit warmer camping where the temperature might be a little bit hotter out, this is definitely the camper for you. Now let's go check out the best part of the camper and the focal point of this, and that's going to be the garage out here. So before we even step in, you can notice that you have a door separating it. Like I said, in a lot of the smaller toy haulers, typically your garage just kind of bleeds right into your living area, so you don't have this separation. This is the garage area here. Let's start off by talking about what you guys see up in here. So the first thing I want to talk about is the half bath. So not only do you have a full bath on the living area, but you have a half bath back here. So that's just going to give you your toilet, sink, mirror. You do have outlets in there as well, and there is a nice little ventilation system with a fan, just like how you saw in your master bathroom over there. And again, second toilet, porcelain as well, no plastic. Shutting the door on that guy. You can get a TV back here. Doesn't come standard, but it does have everything all ready for you. So of course, TV backer here, you're gonna have your studs in the wall. You know, whether you want to do a flush mount bracket or a swivel like you guys saw in there. Easy to install, and all your hookups are going to be right here. They give you a lot of extra storage space, which if you notice, what this is going to be your screen room here, which you just kind of button into place if you're looking to have a screen room for that part there. So it's a good place to store that. You're going to have your legs for your table, which aren't here right now. Those you can store up there as well. So all different options, nice little mesh over here. Now, the coolest thing about the Grand Design is going to be their Happy Jack system. So you're going to be able to have 2 different types of bunk systems back here. You're going to have your main seating, if you have your dinette out, which is going to be with these 2 seats here. And then you actually have your bunk system, which is going to be this top one here. Now, you can configure these a little bit different. The way that we have it right now, we're kind of showing you guys, if you need a little bit of extra space for height, you're going to have your chairs in this position here. And these chairs, I'll kind of just demonstrate it, are easily adjustable, again, with pins. Now, if you need something where you're going to need a little less height and a little bit more on width, you can adjust these so that they're sitting straight flush, like so, and then they'll ride up the Happy Jack system. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like if you don't have the chairs flush against the wall and you need a little bit more of that width space. This is how you're going to configure it, and then this is also how the bed's going to look too, the bottom bed of it as well. So if you want to set this thing up then to get your dinette table here, all you're going to do is take this guy You can see there's extra support here too if you are going to have the bed. Of course, you would have these legs down, so you have a little bit extra support in the middle. But you're going to flip them into place like so. And of course, your dinette table would go in here. And then these guys also have the convenient cup holders, just like in the living area as well. And then super simple to get back up. All you're gonna do, fold it back into place. And then your control panel for it is gonna be over here. So your bed lift up and down, awning, which is gonna be for your back awning. And then of course you have your lights and your rear awning lights. In order to get the bed up, simply just hit up. All right guys, so once the bed's all the way up, there's a setting just above the bed here, 4 pieces that you're gonna engage in order to get this bunk system down. So once it goes up, you'll hear a loud click, knowing that it's engaged, and then you're just gonna come right back here to the controller, and then down goes your bunk. Now you can see once it gets to a certain point, the top bunk will not go down any further, and then your bottom one will continue to lower. And then if you notice here at the top, you're gonna have your ladder. So this is gonna be how you're gonna get up onto your bunk here. And then of course you got your large dinette table that gets strapped in as well. And that's gonna be your table for when you have this set up here on the bottom. Are still gonna be your pleated pull down shades, just like you see at all the other windows that are gonna be in here. And then to get this guy to go back up, it's gonna be simple as clicking the button, and then it's gonna latch right back onto the bunk, and then up it goes again. All right guys, so now that you saw how the Happy Jack system works, I do wanna take a little bit of time and talk about the actual garage part of this camper. So one of the things that Grand Design does a little bit differently is they actually insulate the garage. Now, a lot of manufacturers will tell you that that's actually a fire hazard, but really it's not. So they go the extra mile and they actually triple insulate this garage here. So with that being said, I mean, you're gonna be comfortable taking this thing out, cold, warm elements because of that insulation factor. The other thing I wanna talk about is the tie downs. So all the tie downs, these things are actually secure in the chassis itself. Now you might be wondering, why is that important? Well, if you got a 500-600 pound bike back here, I mean, you'd wanna know that these tie downs are secure to the actual chassis, versus just the floor itself, which, the tie downs might have a rating, but realistically, the floor itself has a little bit less of a weight rating in order to rip it up out of the floor, but not in a Grand Design. And with that being said, these all do have a 2,500 pound weight capacity on each one of these tie downs that you see in here. So you have a bunch of them running across the side, 3 on the left and the right, and then 3 running up the middle. So you'd be fine, a couple of bikes in here, a 4-wheeler, side by side. I mean, there's different options. This is the patio. So again, simple, easy to put these in. You're just gonna fold it up 3 times, and then you're gonna fold it inside. Or if you wanna remove these completely, just take the pins out on both sides, and you can take this whole gate, and then you can rest it right inside itself. You do have an awning out here as well, so if it's raining and you're gonna be hanging out here, you don't have to worry about getting wet. And then the other thing to talk about on the back of this camper is gonna be, it is pre-wired for a backup camera as well. So this is a pretty large camper when you factor in overall length. Some folks do like the peace of mind of being able to see when they're backing a trailer of this size up. So it is already pre-wired. It's just gonna be a simple plug and play option with a camera. All right, so this was the 29G. Grand Design, of course, makes this product. I do want to talk a little bit about them before we wrap it up here. Grand Design, of course, founded their company strictly based on what customers like to see in a product. They're truly a manufacturer that is dedicated to the customer. They say once you own a Grand Design product, you own one for life, and it's not too far from the truth when you get into one of these products. They're fully loaded, and they're truly built to a higher standard than a lot of the other things out there on the market. They're a great company, and any problems that you might have. You know, they're not shying away from their issues at all. You know, they want to hear from their customers and they want to take care of you. You know, a lot of the changes that they do in campers, they don't do it because they want to do it. They do it because that's what, you know, you, the customers, are saying they want to see as far as changes go. So with that being said, you know, thank you guys for checking out this unit. We do have a bunch of other floor plans in this as well. The 21, the 25, the 29 Go, and the larger 30 as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to visit me down at Colton RV. Thanks. Bye.